In this video, I'm going to talk about how millennials are heading into old age without ever getting ahead financially. Now, this is the part of a series where I've been doing Canadian millennials, American millennials, and millennials in the UK. And now this video is wrapping that all up as millennials as a whole. If you're new to this channel, my name is Adrian and this is Always Talk Money. I like to talk money as it relates to personal finance, investing, and business. With that being said, let's get into the video. Now, the plight of millennials starts with their finances in terms of we are behind every single other generation that has existed previously before us financially. Where they were at our ages, we are way behind them in terms of income adjusted for inflation and net worth adjusted for inflation. Also in terms of the rate of home ownership. So those three things are really the bedrock of where you want to measure yourself up at financially if you're a working class person: your income, your net worth, and your home ownership rate. And millennials fall behind in all three of those categories. And this is especially sad because we are richer than we have ever been as a planet, as a society, as a world, however you want to categorize it. But the problem is all of the wealth is being hoarded by the top, which stands to question, should millennials wait until they get to older age to finally see their money? But at the same time, where those people who are richer than us and older than us are, we're not even close to where they are in their younger ages. According to Google, of the world's 3,300 billionaires in the world, over half of them are between 50 and 70 years old. 40% of them are over the age of 70, and only 10% of them are below the age of 50. All of the wealth is at the top. I'm talking 50 plus, 60 plus, 70 plus. Other thing that's holding millennials back as a generation worldwide financially is bad debt. We have the most student loans that's ever existed. We have car loans, consumer debt like credit cards, and so on and so forth. And a lot of that is not forced upon us. When your income levels are lower than everyone else that's ever existed and your home ownership rate is low, that means you have no vehicles to build wealth. That means you have to rely upon credit cards to make ends meet at the end of the day. Adjusted for inflation, we're just way behind as millennials financially. And having bad debt just makes the situation even worse, because for the people who are 50 to 70 years old that are the billionaires and millionaires of this world, when they were our age, especially when they were college age, their average student loans were like 5 to 6K, 10K for a good university degree, right? And now the average for millennials and people around our age group is pushing 50K. And so you see, it creates a snowball effect, because when you graduate and then you are underpaid, right, and you have student loans, now you have to get into a car note because you cannot afford to buy a car cash. You have to pay student loan payments, and you have to just pay to survive as an individual. So the only outcome is for you to rely on credit cards to make ends meet at the end of the month. And then the cycle just continues and continues and continues. So the older generation can say millennials are lazy, millennials don't want to work, they want to go into the office, and so on and so forth. And I'm guilty of saying some of those things myself because I love to work. But at the end of the day, the numbers don't lie. It's simply almost impossible for a millennial to stay afloat financially. Now guys, if this video is bringing you value so far, I know it's kind of sad. Please leave a like for the YouTube algorithm. Subscribe if you want to know more about personal finance, wealth building, and investing. And stick around till the end of the video because I do have a silver lining for all the millennials out there. Now, as I've been saying in this video, our incomes adjusted for inflation is much lower than previous generations. In the 70s and 80s, a 50K salary would be able to take care of a family of 4, and you wouldn't have to worry about 2 adults working. One person could work and that would be fine. But with inflation and the cost of living, the cost of housing, you have to be able to make damn near over 6 figures to even be able to survive, especially if you are in certain metropolis US cities like the New Yorks, the San Franciscos, the Los Angeles, the Miamis of this world. All those cities are insanely expensive, and if you don't make over 6 figures in income, you are going to be struggling. But the conundrum is all the best jobs are in the bigger cities. So that is the conundrum. And with work from home being less and less viable these days because employers want employees to come back into work, all of the advantages of living in a cheaper locale and making higher incomes is going to be wiped away. So what's the solution? If you've made it to the end of the video, this is the silver lining I have. Millennials, we are the internet generation. We know what the power of the internet is. We know and see how it can multiply your income and make you a millionaire in a relatively short period of time. And when I say a short period of time, I'm talking 5 to 10 years, as opposed to those older generations. I'll give them credit. It took them 30, 40 years to build their wealth, but we can do it in a fraction of that time. So what do we need to do? We need to educate ourselves in personal finance and in ways to build wealth, whether that's investing, building businesses, leveraging the power of the internet and building an audience in order to teach, sell courses. This is the new economy. We can't rely on a college degree that in the 80s, a bachelor's degree was worth this, but now it's damn near worth this. We have to play the game on our playing field. We have been stuck in playing the game on the playing field of the older generations because that's what they want. That's what keeps them rich. We have to redefine the game and make it adjusted to our lifestyle. And to me, in my opinion, that's the power of the internet. And to show I'm serious about it, that's what I am doing right now. I'm leveraging the internet to get my message about personal finance out there, as well as to raise awareness for my blog, my info services, and eventually my courses, because I'm passionate about this and I love making content about talking money and building businesses and so on and so forth. And I'm using the power of the internet to leverage that. Back in the day, you had something called the yellow pages. All the older people in the audience, please leave it in the comments down below. Explain to the younger people what the yellow pages is, and the greatness of what it brought to the economy. People could advertise and get their word out for their businesses in yellow pages, and that's how they grew their wealth. Now, the new yellow pages is the internet. If you have a construction company, if you have a real estate commercial company, any type of company you have, you need to get eyeballs on your business. And that's not the yellow pages anymore. That was yesteryear. We have to take and leverage the power of the internet. Now, guys, this is the end of the video. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Please consider subscribing to get more videos every Monday and Thursday about personal finance, building wealth, and business, and a little bit of self-development in there sometimes. And until then, you guys have a great and wonderful day, and keep your head up, millennials. We got this.